There's no question that's pass interference. Can we talk about Greg Zuerlein, though? I'm so sick and tired of the Patriots being called underdogs.
Then you start questioning them, they're just going to come out shat on you.
I don't feel bad for him in the slightest.
This is going to be really contagious. Bro, that's so boring. You know, Bill Belichick likes to destroy little young ones. And quarterback.
Yeah, please rephrase that.
Welcome to a new episode of Dudes Who Deliver, formerly known as The Tirade. I am Big Sean.
I'm Y-Dog.
And we're here, like I said, on a new platform, Dudes Who Deliver, kind of a rebrand, if you will.
Yes.
We're going to give you some content today, a little bit about the NFL. Super Bowl is coming up this weekend. Some big NBA news that we're going to get to. So Y-Dog, if you would like to start.
Yes. With Denver Broncos first. Well, we're not going to talk with the Denver Broncos because we don't have those credentials, but we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos and more. What's the word? Specifically, Chris Harris Jr. According to the Denver Post, Chris Harris Jr. is looking to get back with the Broncos, which was a little bit of question mark after the season ended with his injury and everything. But he is apparently wanting to come back for the Broncos, and that's one of their top priorities this offseason is going to be to extending him.
And I think that would be massive because after the season, it didn't sound like he wanted to be here. There were questions directed his way if he was going to be willing to be part of not necessarily a rebuild, but they didn't know which direction they were headed, and he said he wants to win.
That is correct.
There were some questions about where his head was with the organization.
Yeah.
So that's massive news, especially since Bradley Roby will be gone. Chris Harris is all we have right now in the secondary.
Well, Bradley Roby was garbage anyways, but it will be good to have Chris Harris Jr. back. Well, hopefully. That's the rumors that are surfacing around the Denver Broncos defense right now. In more non-Broncos news? Well, I mean...
Whoa. What about Broncos quarterback situation?
Right. So I didn't really do much research on that. But my opinion is we need to get a... Listen, this draft class is not good. And I really don't want to be looking around for Keenum for another year. So I think we ought to get a veteran of some kind.
They're going to get Drew Lock.
Yeah, I hope not.
Out of Missouri. No, they will.
But why, though?
Because the quarterback class next year is supposed to be better, doesn't mean it will be better.
Yeah, but are the Broncos in rebuilding mode or not?
If you get a rookie quarterback, look, I don't know what's going to happen with Keenum next year. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you draft a quarterback, personally, I don't want Case Keenum developing him.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't want it either.
I would probably, depending on who you draft,
hear me out here.
I might put him in from day one.
Hear me out here. We could bring back Paxton Lynch, have him develop the new guy. Wouldn't that be something?
I gotta go.
Yeah, no. No, you're right, but here's the deal, man. There's not very good quarterbacks this year. I don't think any of them are going to really pan out unless it's Kyler Murray, who even knows if he's going to be a football player. Yeah. So either we trade for a young quarterback or we just see, that's the thing. The whole Joe Flacco situation was we were kind of the whole reliance was John Harbaugh would leave, and that would open the door for Joe Flacco to go somewhere else, which he very well still could.
No, he'll be gone. There's no reason to keep him. That's Lamar Jackson's team.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Just about anyone in this league is better than Case Keenum.
I've been hearing Flacco and Foles, not necessarily
See,
not necessarily Broncos rumors per se, but those are two options they could explore. And personally, I don't think either of those is an upgrade.
you don't think Nick Foles is an upgrade?
What has he done outside of Philadelphia?
Nothing.
Exactly.
That's a good point. We could get Carson Wentz.
They already said that they're going to stick with him as the starter for next year.
Well, that sucks. Let's move on to a little bit more news about the NFL.
That's pretty abrupt.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of tail off.
Well,
That being said, Broncos at pick number 10 take Drew Lock.
I hope not. I don't know.
You were saying about other football names?
Yeah, so Antonio Brown, the rumors around him are just like that, rumors. He hasn't closed the door on returning to Pittsburgh, so I'm curious what's going to happen to him. I mean, he kind of talked a bunch of crap to everybody. I feel like it would be pretty awkward if he came back to that team.
He's gone.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, here's the next question. Where's he end up?
I think the obvious choice right now is San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Just like from what we've been hearing.
Yeah.
I honestly have no insight on the situation, so I'm going to go with San Francisco.
Okay.
If he were to leave.
In a trade, obviously.
Yeah.
I would think, I don't know who has maybe the Jets. But the other thing is, he doesn't really have to agree, does he? They can just trade him wherever. It's not really his conditions.
I don't know why he would go to the Jets. I mean, Sam Darnold is a couple of years away from being good.
Imagine him going.
I think you plug him in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo, George Kittle.
Yeah.
That's an explosive offense. Jerick McKinnon will come back. No, he's not like a great running back. He's definitely not bad.
Right. Maybe the Colts, they got quite a bit of cap space. I think they have over $100 million.
We'll see, because that brings up Le'Veon Bell.
Yes, that's exactly the next thing I wanted to talk about. So we don't know where the hell Brown's going. I don't know where the hell he's going, but I'm going to speculate he's probably going to go to the 49ers, like you said.
Yeah.
Just seems like the obvious
Just
choice.
way too early prediction.
Yeah. But that's why we talk about it. So in case we're right,
Bell,
we look like geniuses.
Le'Veon Bell.
He could go to the Colts.
He could go to the Colts. He could go to the Jets.
There's also rumors, like we said, that he might go to the Green Bay Packers. There's interest from the Packers to acquire him, which there was a little bit of interest before he was even sidelined for the season. They were thinking about maybe they trade for him or whatever. And now it seems like that Green Bay is drawing a little more attention. There's a bunch of speculation around it, but I would think the obvious choice would be the Colts. Oh, yeah. I mean, considering
we can both agree they're good as gone.
Yeah, just
from Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh's a dumpster fire right now.
No, yeah. The only good thing they're gonna have going for the next couple of years, because Roethlisberger's gonna retire, is Juju Smith-Schuster. That's
James
it.
Conner.
Yeah, James Conner. But Le'Veon Bell, he's gonna go, I would think, to the Colts, because you got to put yourself in his shoes. What does he want? He wants to win, and he wants a good quarterback with him. And the Colts have both of those things. They're going to be really good. The Colts are going to be a really good team. So that is the end of, NFL stuff. It's just way too early to talk about it, so we will dive more into it as the podcast goes on, more into the weekly future, because we'll have more information.
As I mentioned in the intro, Super Bowl's coming up this Sunday. We kind of touched on it in our last episode. So we're not going to dive into that too much, but that just kind of gives you a timeline of where we're at when we're bringing you all these hot takes.
Yeah.
Week before the Super Bowl. So
yeah. It's not off season yet, but it's close enough. We can talk about it.
That being said, we're going to transition a little bit into some NBA news. So yesterday, Adrian Wojnarowski, Woj, broke the news that Anthony Davis, star player on the New Orleans Pelicans, wants out. He told them that he has no intentions on signing an extension with them, and his agent Rich Paul has requested a trade from New Orleans. So many are saying the obvious choice would be the Lakers. as his destination. That's his preferred destination.
Garbage.
The Celtics kind of, aren't really a likely destination landing spot for him. Others have rumored, the Clippers. So we'll see. Today he actually got fined $50,000 for kind of tampering, talking about the trade that he has requested. Goes against the current CBA, so that's kind of trash.
That is garbage.
Because it's not like you're at your employer saying you need a new job and then they take a year of your salary away.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about leaving.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where Anthony Davis ends up. He mentioned that he's going to play through this season. Trade deadline's coming up, so we'll see if he actually gets traded this year. So that's something to keep an eye on. I want to touch on the Denver Nuggets. That's our hometown team, as you know.
Yeah.
They played in Memphis last night, and we're down 25 points in the third quarter.
They sure were.
And you know who won that game? The Denver Nuggets by 3.
Yes, sir.
They were down 70-45 and ended up winning. So that was pretty incredible. Still the 2 seed in the West. The Warriors on like an 11-game winning streak. So
there's some crazy stats around this whole game too. Like, wasn't it 100-something NBA when they left? Then they led by 25 or more points in the second half.
Yeah. So it was like 174-0 that the NBA teams were this season when leading by 25 in the second half. The Nuggets just changed like to 174-1.
Yes.
As I was saying, the Warriors on an 11-game winning streak. They're kind of in full throttle mode with Boogie Cousins. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for. The Nuggets are somewhat keeping pace, but I see the Warriors winning the Western Conference regular season. They'll be the first seed.
You know what's sad, though?
What?
Their 11-game win streak started with the Nuggets when they shat on us. Just wanted to point that out.
There's something else I wanted to touch on. Oh, All-Star Weekend's coming up. So the Rising Stars game rosters were just announced. So that is the players in their first or second year that the NBA sees as Rising Stars. They have the Team USA versus the international team, as they have been in the past. So you got Jarrett Allen, Marvin Bagley III, Lonzo Ball, John Collins, De'Aaron Fox, Jaren Jackson, Kyle Kuzma, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, and Trae Young on Team US. And then for the international team, you got OG Anunoby, DeAndre Ayton, Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Is that the ugly-ass mother trucker?
No, it's Boban.
Oh.
Luka Doncic, the golden boy of the NBA right now.
That
Gilgeous-Alexander, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Some Russian.
Some Rodion's Kurux.
Yep.
Butchered that. I'm sorry for listening, Rodion's Kurux.
You're obviously Russian.
You're obviously Markkanen, Josh Okogie, Cedi Osman, and Ben Simmons.
Interesting.
Some news with the All-Star game as well. Both Curry brothers will be in the three-point contest, so that'll be fun. Dirk Nowitzki's getting in on the three-point contest, so that'll be fun because everybody loves them some Dirk.
Sure.
It's not a foregone conclusion that Kyrie Irving is staying in Boston after this year. Actually, it surfaced today that he would be interested in rejoining with LeBron. So that would be very interesting because LeBron's going to be on the Lakers next year. Could we see, now I know you're not a big NBA guy,
right.
Could we see a LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Kyrie Irving team next year? I don't think that works out financially, so I'm not even going to entertain the idea.
I think we could see a Kyrie Irving LeBron team. Not all three of them. Or the other way. Yeah. Anthony Davis, but not both.
Then the news broke that Klay Thompson was interested in joining the Lakers if Anthony Davis ends up on the Lakers.
Ridiculous.
And the Warriors don't offer him a max contract. So
there's so many moving pieces to this, but it's weird, man. Who knows what the Lakers are going to be like next year? They're not going to do anything this year, though.
I think
pretty
they'll be
trash.
active at the trade deadline.
The what?
They'll be active at the trade deadline.
No, I mean they're not going to do anything this year, like in the playoffs.
It depends on who they get at the trade deadline.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like Anthony Davis is tradable.
I don't think he'll get traded this year.
So yeah. Okay.
An interesting one. Again, showing my bias. Anthony Davis to the Nuggets.
Oh, that'd be great.
Jokic and Anthony Davis 2-man game would be filthy.
He would.
And
so would their eyebrows.
Anthony Davis would bring a defensive element that the Nuggets so badly need. He's a rim protector, which we don't have right now because Jokic can't jump over a phone book. He's a walking triple-double, but he can't jump over a phone book.
He's also very large. He's a very large man. Anyways,
he's a little pudgy.
What are we going to talk about after the break? We're going to hit you with a little bit of tunes, and then after the break, what are we going to talk about?
Well, maybe some MLB news. Hasn't been a bunch. We still have Bryce Harper and Manny Machado unsigned, so
boring.
So,
or maybe a little bit of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Alrighty, welcome back to the not tirade. The
Due to Deliver.
Yes, Due to Deliver. Hope you enjoyed the music. So I'm gonna dive into Robbie Coleman, Robbie Coleman, and his little comments he made a couple days before the Super Bowl. Well, like a week. But what he said was age is definitely taking a toll. And this is referring to Tom Brady. For him to still be doing it, that's a great compliment for him, but I think he is definitely not the same quarterback he was. That's what Robbie Coleman said. He said his movement, speed, velocity, arm strength, he can still sling it, but he's not slinging it as much. Okay. So let's just start right there for a second. Robbie Coleman, if you are like, I feel like I know that guy, Robbie Coleman. I feel like I know him. That's because... Is it?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to call him Robbie because he's disrespecting and stuff. Anyways, if you're thinking like, oh, I think I've seen that guy somewhere before. Yeah, it's because he's the one that committed the pass interference that wasn't called in the New Orleans Saints game. So this guy probably should have kept his mouth shut the whole time. This whole Super Bowl week, preparation, all this stuff, probably should have kept his mouth shut because now he's got all this crap coming to him. And rightfully so, because, you just cheated your way to the Super Bowl pretty much. You literally pass interference some guy. The rest didn't call it, and now you're headed to the Super Bowl. Now you're going to come out here and start talking garbage about Tom Brady, who doesn't need more.
Yeah, you don't
need more.
You don't need to add fuel to the fire for Tom Brady. You're just giving him more motivation. Yeah. You're going to say that the age has taken a toll on him. The dude's 41. He's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
He wants to play till he's 45, and you're saying this. He looks the same as he did a decade ago.
He does.
He's the same Tom Brady. And you're saying age took a toll on him. What, maybe like on his bowels?
Yeah.
He can't
Stuff
control
like
his
that.
bowels or something because he's old? I don't know. His play is the same. You're giving him extra motivation. You're firing him up in an aspect of the game that he doesn't need because he's already good enough.
It seems like this happens every year the Patriots win the Super Bowl. The other team has to talk some garbage about it.
No, yeah.
They're like, oh, I don't even know what they talk about. They're like, oh, Bill Belichick, and then they come out and whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Eagles.
Because you're talking.
Shout out to the Eagles for not saying crap.
And beating the Patriots.
Yes.
America won last year.
They did. Hopefully they'll win again this year. But then Anderson, what is his name? Robbie, whatever the hell his name is, Coleman. Then after, all these comments were said, he comes out like a day or something later. He's like, well, I think everybody just made a big deal out of the situation and came back on all his comments. Like, literally, dude, you literally said age had definitely taken, and then he's like, I wasn't trying to say anything bad about him. Oh, so the age comments weren't.
So what was the point then?
Yeah. He's so stupid.
Because first of all, it's not true. Second of all, you didn't mean it. Then what are you doing?
Yeah. What is he doing? He's being an idiot. So this guy's an
He
idiot.
shouldn't even be there.
No.
And he's talking
So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, that's some of the news that came out of the NFL that wasn't about speculation. This was all pure. This happened. So Robbie Coleman, shut your mouth. You little
Biscuithead.
cornerback.
So yeah, I picked the Rams when we initially talked about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I still hope they win. But I think the Patriots are going to win.
Yeah, and
Last time I was picking with my head. My head.
you were picking with your hope.
I was picking with my head.
Your hope.
I want the Rams to win. In my heart, my Broncos-filled heart.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I think the Patriots are going to win.
I know, it sucks. There's a lot of reasons why they're going to win. They have everything. They have more experience coaching. They have more experience with the quarterback. Their whole team has more experience playing in the Super Bowl.
As I mentioned in our last episode, Belichick against young quarterbacks, it's not something you want to see.
No.
If you're that young quarterback.
Yeah, if you're Jared Goff,
I think he's going to be in for a rough time.
you think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you think this is going to be a close game?
Yeah.
Okay. But it'll just be rough still.
I don't think he's going to, yeah. Jared Goff's a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like Belichick will game plan for him accordingly.
Yeah. Jared Goff's not really a scrambler either.
No,
Is he?
He looks like Ryan Gosling. I don't
He
know if
does.
Ryan Gosling's a scrambler, but
Maybe in
the Notebook.
Private.
Was he in the Notebook?
maybe in private settings.
He was in the Notebook, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So yeah,
Isn't he Deadpool too? Pretty sure that's Ryan Gosling. Nah, that's
that's Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Is it Ryan Reynolds?
pretty sure.
It's something.
There's too many Ryans in this world. So Jared Goff, kudos to you for having Jared as your name.
If they had Cooper Cup still, I feel like everyone's forgetting about Cooper Cup.
Yeah, he was a big part of that reason they started
Shout
kicking
out to
ass.
my fantasy squad. I drafted him. No big deal. Like in the late rounds. I also drafted Philip Lindsay. In the late rounds.
It's true. It's actually a true statement.
But nobody cared about my fantasy team because it didn't. So, for the Super Bowl, I think that about wraps up our coverage.
Yeah.
Kind of-
Let's just do a retake on it real quick. Just a real. So you still think the Patriots are going to
I
win?
think the Patriots are going to win. Obviously,
Okay.
I'm hoping for the Rams.
Yeah, likewise. And it's going to be a high-scoring game. Do you agree?
Yeah, 38-35 Patriots. Let's say Pats.
Patriots. Yeah. So, we'll talk. We'll have a recap of the Super Bowl and everything, obviously, and then hopefully the officials and the zebras don't f it up. That would suck because this, like we already said,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to be an asterisk on this Super Bowl regardless of the outcome. So let's not make it a bigger asterisk. Anywho,
Real quick, do you want to touch on some MLB news?
yeah,
There's not a lot going on in the MLB. It's been pretty quiet.
it really sucks kind of because it's just about February and spring training's in a month.
Training is around the corner.
Yeah.
And Machado and Bryce Harper still don't have a team.
Yeah. So, Manny Machado, looks like the Yankees are not trying to pursue him. That's my leg.
Oh,
Sorry.
In case you don't know, Yuri has a prosthetic leg.
Yes, I do.
It is buzzing right now. I thought it was a phone, but it is indeed.
It's telling me I have a little bit lower battery than normal.
Oh, gotcha.
Isn't that cool? So, anyways, the Yankees haven't made an offer to Manny Machado.
Let's get this wrapped up.
Okay.
Predictions on where each player goes.
Manny Machado is going to go to the Philadelphia Phillies.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They've
That's
made him.
awesome for Bryce Harper.
Really?
Yeah.
They made him the most lucrative contract, and he sure as hell doesn't want to play
I
for the
think
White
Machado's
Sox.
going to the AL. I don't know which team in the AL, but I think he's going to the AL. Maybe the Yankees or the White Sox.
But he doesn't want to play for the garbage that is White Sox. They're garbage. They're terrible.
Yeah, but if he cashes out, that's all players care about anymore. Secure the bag and then
Yeah.
retire.
I mean, he already had his World Series run. So, hell,
Bryce Harper going to the Phillies or the Nats.
probably the Nats. I'm thinking this is going to be an anticlimactic.
Phillies or the Nats for Harper. Yankees or White Sox for Machado.
Yes, sir. And if you care about the Rockies, Nolan Arenado is headed to arbitration.
Yes, and the Rockies, as we touched on, lost DJ LeMahieu and
the
Ottavino to the Yankees.
So shitty.
Yeah, it sucks. Sucks to see them go because they're good character guys that have been with the organization for a while.
Yeah.
So you hate to see them go, but
Yeah, man, that's going to be sad. It's going to be sad.
we play the Yankees this year.
That's going to be great. I love
I think it's
that.
in New York. Or no,
Wonderful.
maybe it's here. I don't remember. We play New York and Boston, and one of them's in New York or Boston.
That'll be cool, though, to play the Yankees.
Yeah.
I like the Yankees. Have a little DJ reunion. Anywho,
Well, I think I'm done here.
yeah.
We've
Neat
kind of
dose.
covered a little bit of everything.
Yeah. School just started up, so we're still having a little bit of tough times, getting all this news sorted out. But it's kind of quiet right now. February sucks. Late January into February kind of sucks for sports, so it's going to be a little bit drier.
We're going to the CU basketball game on Saturday.
Yes, we
Take
are.
on Oregon.
Yes.
So that'll be fun.
Don't know any of the players. Don't know what the hell is going on, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to get some.
And I just got an update real quick before we end. Brandon Cooks of the Rams, he donated Super Bowl tickets to the team custodian.
Aww.
So that's pretty cool.
That is a very classy
That's
act.
pretty cool because all the tickets now go to just people who have the money. It's not actual fans.
Yeah,
It's
ridiculous.
just people who can afford it.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's cool. That's a nice gesture.
it is a nice gesture.
Anyhow,
All right.
hey, thanks for tuning in.
For Y Dog, I'm Big Sean. This is the first episode under the name Dudes Who Deliver.
Dudes Who Deliver.
Dudes Who Deliver.
Yeah.
So we'll be back.
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter at Dudes Who Deliver. All
Yes, sir.
together.
And also subscribe, please, and like the video. And yeah.
Have a good one, folks.